Kayforce manze, kuna ngoma zingine ukisikia you just know it's about that time where you need to give respect, right? Playing on the station that's first with a hit, and he's worked with, in fact, sifai kusema he's worked with, Scam Cardinali has worked with him. Who else has worked with you? Calligraph Jones has worked with you.
Of course,
Abbas Kubaf.
Octopizo. What too manze. Everybody that does this Kenyan hip hop thing manze.
Yeah.
I think tume lock in at some point.
So if you're in Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda listening to us right now, we are in the presence of an OG, a man who was among the artists who pioneered hip hop in the country. And nimekuwa nikiwatch interviews zako, but unasema you had other people you are looking up to from the 254.
Of course.
Kama nani?
Kuna wase walitu mentor, of course, yani. Like not directly, but you know, at least indirectly.
Yeah.
You know guys like Keshaka. We used to bump their music religiously. Kina Bass and MK South, unajua Bambua Bass. Kuna kina Chiwawa Kantae. Kina Zaka and the whole Uko Flani. The whole Mau crew.
Yeah.
The Uko Flani guys. So hao ni wase walikam before us, but you know, the guys we looked up to for some sort of inspiration to you know, just for direction and all that, because they came before us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So most of us know that you're from Kibera Manze. You always wave that flag very high. Of course, ukiwa na waseka kina Octopizo, and back then Kibera was quite big when it came to rap music. Ukiongea about K-South, all of that. Do you think that Kibera still gives out the best rappers as it used to back in your time?
On the contrary, Kibera has never been big on hip hop. Never. Si tulikonga place penye wase wanasikizanga reggae. Unacheki. So hip hop was like, you know, it was synonymous to the east side of town, yani Islando huko nini.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I think it's just me and Doctor that came out
really
and really put Kibera on the map.
Yeah. As
opposed to Islando. Unajua Islando, shit, like we don't even have enough fingers on both hands to count how many people put on for Eastlands. Yeah. So in Kibera, I'd like to say, si tu ndo tulikuwa like, let's say the pioneers of new school rap.
Hadi wa leo. More than two decades.
Not really. Yeah. Not really. There's plenty guys doing it right now. And it's like a decade. It's like 13 years.
Yeah.
Atujafikisha mbili, 2 decades bado.
Mimi ndio nakupeleka mbio.
Tuko karibu kufikisha mbili, but ni like 12 years hivi. So sasa kuna a lot of young guys wanafanya their thing huko. Waku shout out. Na kuna Virusi Mbaya pia na do his thing out there. Yeah, there's plenty young guys who are coming up and, you know, just rapping the hood the way me and the rest are doing. Yeah. So we've been having a lot of genres coming through in those a decade and slightly above a half umekuwa kwa industry. Tumeona genres kama gengeton, saizi kuna urban tone, and the young guys are really vibing to it, but kuna wase bado wako, this is still not it. And we've also had some artists say that Kenyan music, kama Otile alisema juzi, Kenyan music, we don't have international artists yet. Do you think that's true? Not just in Kenya, in fact alisema East Africa kuna international artist. And having someone who's been in the game for such a long time, do you think that's true with the kind of music unasikiliza saizi? I think people misunderstood what Otile was talking about. He wasn't being malicious.
Yeah.
Unajua, we love our moms cooking. Our mom yani ametupikia tangu tukiwa wadogo nini. But there's Gordon Ramsay now. He's out there. He's a better chef than my mom. So I think Otile was just acknowledging the steps that other countries have made artistically and comparing them to ours, and it kind of made ours feel like they're baby steps kidogo. Like unashika. So I think guys kind of misunderstood what he meant. He didn't mean it like ati hakuna any international artist. He just meant, unajua, even if like you're a really good footballer, but nchi yenu haiko ranked na FIFA among the top countries that play football, so unajua wanasemanga you're only as good as your competition. Nashika. So I think he meant that
we can do better.
We have some work to do, and we can do much better than we're doing right now. I don't think he meant it like unajua saa zingine wase uchukua hizi mavitu alafu wanakimbia nazo wasema Kayforce alisema Otile alisema. But I watched the interview. I was interested because I saw the little debate online, guys talking about him, you know, some saying he was throwing shade, some agreeing with what he was saying, so I had to go see it for myself. But in my opinion, I just think he meant we can do much better.
So do you think we have the potential to go bigger than we are? Because not forgetting, Manze, when you started off, you guys were really it. You were really it. We were way ahead of Tanzania. Actually, the whole of East Africa tulikuwa mbele sana. But then in time, kila kitu imerudi nyuma. So where do you think we went wrong somewhere there? Because we have amazing music.
Yeah, we do have amazing music. We have amazing artists like myself and others. I just think we need to find a more competitive edge. Unacheki, like we need to I think at Otile alikuwa anamaanisha we just need to try and compete on the continental stage, as opposed to, you know, just holding it down hapa hivi mtaani nini. So I feel like if we gave exposure to guys who are doing music that we feel can be competitive on the continental stage, I think we'll be fine. We don't even need any more new better musicians. They already exist. They're right here.
We already have them.
Even when I was in the reception, nilikuwa nasikia manze mkicheza Steph Capella, that's my guy, shout out. Unacheki, there's plenty talented guys who just need the just a little extra push to yani from our media and you know, like collectively, not just radio, TV, at print media, at social media nini. So we have guys who can like fly our flag really high, and I'm one of them, by the way. Let me not just, you know,
you've always been always
yeah so yeah, we tuko na wase kibao. Ka leo nimekuwa nikisikiza Brandy Maina in the morning, nikisema yo, this is amazing, Zenia Manase. It's amazing art. We just need to put it out there more.
So you've also been giving us music in the last couple of years. Alafu umekuwa ukiwork pia na K4, and you have a new project that's out. Can you tell us more about it?
Me and Mr. K4, we have a working relationship and tuna collaborate on the arts and in other things. This Sauti Ground album is the reason that we're here today, or rather I am here. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here. He had to travel kiasi, so yeah, I'm here for both of us. So Sauti Ground is our debut album, like since we started working together, like on our collaborative projects. And as the name suggests, yani, we felt like we need to bring hip hop back to Africa, because you know the world is watching Africa right now. Everybody's eyes is on Africa. It would be really sad if they came and found us watching them.
That's true.
You feel me? So we felt like we just need to customize our art, use African sounds that are synonymous with our culture and all that. By that I mean hizo genge ni zetu, hizo kapuka ni zetu, hizo bongo flavor ni zetu, hizo afrobeats ni zetu, ama piano, zouk and all that good stuff, yani, that comes from the continent. So on this album we just decided to take all those sounds, you know, just put them in a blender and hit mix. So yeah, the sound is pretty much African, like from the vibe, yani, to from the beats to all that. But the lyrics are still there. Nothing changes. We still construct very creative lyrics for the ideas that we had on the projects. But most importantly, we just, you know, Africa is a hard place to exist. Sunonanga hata wazungu wanaita the dark continent. I don't think they meant our skin. So Africans go through a lot. So we felt like, the Western hip-hop was not really representing what Africa stands for. Western rap is a bit too confrontational. Sometimes it's a bit too negative. And Africa is all about society, community,
culture,
culture, love, ile tu brotherhood yenye inakuanga. So we decided to explore that side of the creativity, and in my opinion, I'd like to think like that. I think we're the only Kenyan artists wenye wanafanya this Afro hip hop thing. Yeah, like guys that come from my school, I think we're the only ones who've come out and clearly stated that niaje, as we're focused on this African hip hop. And hence we decided to call our new genre
Afro hip hop. That's amazing. And you and K4 have a working relationship that spans years. And I think do you still have the label together? Number 9 is Skyline?
Yes. So,
and you came with it officially, is it like 5-6 years ago, somewhere there, right?
Yeah, it's like more like 4.
Like 4?
Yeah.
And in that time period, you've not released an album, and this is the first time you are releasing this debut album, even with years of working together. So does the album also consist some of the works you guys have been working since the start of it, or is it a time period like in last year tulikuja pamoja tukatoa album hivi?
So over the years we've just been working on singles up and pale, but we never really thought of putting an album together. But this album that you're hearing, Sauti Ground, it's been a long time coming. We've been working on it for a while. Must be like maybe 2-3 years even. So there's an issue of Kayforce zingine anakwanga huko New Jersey, like in the States, na mimi niko huko hivi Kenya. So you see the distance thing inafanya saa zingine getting the ideas together properly and just getting the right chemistry. Sometimes it's a challenge, but it's a welcome challenge, and we overcame it, and here we are.
All right, so if you're just joining us, we are with Kayvo Kforce. I want us to take a short break before we deeply dive into the album. So coming up next is Sauti Ground. Unaweza tuambia kitu about Sauti Ground?
Yeah, Sauti Ground manze inamaanisha tu like in our opinion, like this is the sound that African hip hop needs to adopt, because clearly Africa is not responding well to Western rap. Yeah, and we should have just seen it from the start. Because the culture, the African culture is really strong, and especially on the continent. So it's only right that we embrace it.
Man, I want us to dive into that. Mr. K4.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, gotta add the Mr.
How many tracks do we have in this album?
So the track, the number of tracks is 10. So it's a 10-track album. Yeah.
Any features? Ni nyinyi tu wawili?
Kuna a couple features, notably from my big bro Shamir, he's in there. Kuna feature ingine from the lovely Gendi, pia to provide some vocals hapo on a certain piano track. There's Omnivore, of course, hell of a vocalist from Kibare, of course, and the homie GJB100. Yeah, he's also a hell of a singer. So all the collaborations are by people who sing. Yeah, because unajua mimi na Mr. K4 we predominantly rap. Yeah.
And having two of you in a body of work, like how do you even come to a conclusion on who you want to work with? Because both of you are extraordinary in the skill sets that you have. So how do you come to decide huyu ndio tunataka kwa hii track?
I think it just comes with the vibe yenye iko on the song. Na pia who's willing and who's also able to work with us at the time. So the collaborations that we chose ni wase wenye they're relatively unknown, but like I said, there's plenty good Kenyan artists out there who just need the right push. So this is my way of because I'm sure many people are listening to the album right now, and I'm sure many people are also listening to Trace Radio. So this is my way of just putting on for guys who I believe, in my opinion, are good at what they do, and are also just disciplined and focused and passionate about what they do. Yeah,
it's good you've mentioned discipline and passionate, because we have some people who are very talented but lack discipline. Napo tu ndio shida inaingilia. So let's go back to the album. You're the first artist to do Afro hip hop vile mesema, as we know.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned in the album kuna amapiano. So what are the sounds in this body of work?
So in the album Manze, expect to see like a different side of Kayforce, just like a coin has two sides, yani. So this different side of Mimi ni, you know, tumeamua ku embrace local sounds, African sounds. So there's a little piano in there. I think it's like one track. Kuna a couple beats zenye ziko na heavy Afro beats influences hapo ndani pia. But most of the songs we've derived our inspiration from local sounds like genge and kapuka and na ile karumba tu kiasi. So tumejaribu kufanya tu fusion flani yenye hatujazoea, and I think even part of the I've always wanted to do this Afro hip hop, but I've always been a bit timid about doing it by myself. Unacheki. So when I talked to Mr. Kayvo about it, nikamwambia niaje manze, this unfamiliar territory is uncharted waters,
untouched.
So nikaona niaje, maybe so unajua hata ukikuwa huko ndani ya Amazon huko hivyo, would you rather be placed in there by yourself ama na mtu mwingine at least?
Mtu mwingine, man.
So,
two heads are better than one.
Exactly. So I felt like since it's unfamiliar territory, niki jump in with the homie, itakuwa a bit simpler to navigate. So, you know, yeah. So
does this body of work mean that Kayvo Kforce is now really, really back and consistently gonna give us fire music? Ama ni just like before, you give us 4-5 tracks in a year? Ama
Nah. Kayvo Kforce has always been there.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes the expectations that other people have might be a bit more overwhelming. Unanicheki. So yeah, the consistency is definitely gonna be there. I just hope like with the support of you guys in the media, we can turn a new leaf and, you know, just do what Otile Brown was ranting about, and just take our music beyond our borders and beyond the continent as well.
That's true, as you're saying, and Bien also said the same thing. We have good music.
Yeah.
Kenyan music is international. Nakasema, the thing we need to do is people to support us, because we support so many other artists. If we did the same for Kenyan artists, it would be crazy. So where can we find you on social media so that we can keep up with what's happening with the album and every other thing?
On social media, on Instagram, it's at Kayvo Kforce, of course. On Twitter it's the same, at Kayvo Kforce. That's KAYVOKFORCE. On Facebook I also have the Kayforce number 9 page. You guys can go show love up on nini.
Yeah.
And the album is on every major streaming platform. Yani, let me not name drop, but ile yenye ni your favorite iko hapo. You can search to Kayforce, Mr. KE4. Sauti ya ground utaipata au utaikosa.
Yeah. So umesema ingoma hii album iko na 10 tracks. Of course zote they're unique in their own way. But which track stands out most to you and why?
I'd say a track like Yippee Kaye. It really stands out for me. And Ngangana, because like I said, manze, Africans are going through a lot. The continent is going through a lot. There's a lot going on. Even hapa tu hivi Kenya, unaona kuna wase wengi wanapitia vitu mingi, but they don't get the chance to, you know, talk about it or discuss amongst themselves vitu zenye zinafanyika. So that song Ngangana holds a special place in my heart, because inaongea juu ya mental health na inaongea pia juu ya just how us young guys are trying to navigate life, yani mashika. So yeah, those two stand out for me, and of course interesting.
Yippee Kaye, interesting, Ngangana, sindio? Manze, unfortunately time is not on our side, but before we wrap it all up, where do you think the future of Kenyan music, what does it look like for you?
The future of Kenyan music is now. I don't like to say there's a future uko mbele yenye tunangojea. So I like to think that the future of Kenyan music is right now, right here. And it's super bright. So unaona nimevaa sunglasses.
Manze?
Yeah, I'm wearing sunglasses because the future of Kenyan music is bright. And yeah, thanks to everybody that's helping us to, you know, just to navigate this turbulent industry, because our industry, I'll be honest, man, it's a bit turbulent and it's a bit overwhelming for some artists. That's why unaonanga msee hapa leo, and then after a while that person has just disappeared or dropped off the
9
map
to 5.
Yeah, man. That's been me in the past, yani. I won't even lie, yani. So yeah, man, let's just keep supporting Kenyan art, great Kenyan art, amazing Kenyan art. Siache ikae huko kando na tuna support everything else. True. Except mtaani ama niaje.
Kweli.
Yeah, that's all.
Na utaambia mafans nini wenye wamekuwa kusupport throughout the years?
Yo, first of all, manze, shout out to everybody that helped us put the album together. Mr. Kayvo, of course, alinisaidia sana. He was very instrumental in putting the thing together. The album together. My producers, so fresh out there, I'm sure he's listening. Though he's in Mombasa, I think. And our producers from Rwanda, that's Smart BNS and Young P. So those guys, manze, special shout out to y'all, man. And to my fans, yani, manze, it's nothing new, fam. It's nothing new. It's still the same old Kayforce. It's just the vibes that have switched, and I'm a bit older now, so yeah, to grow pamoja, tusibaki huko nyuma.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
Man, thank you for coming through, and you're always welcome again up at Trey City.
Shukran sana, man. It means a lot.
Appreciate it. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of an amazing show, and what better way to wrap it all up other than having Kayvo Kforce over here taking us to the end of the show from the album. Please stream this body of work. Also follow him on his social so that you can see what's popping, what new thing he has coming through. But for now, this album, stream. Until tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a wrap. Please stay safe and of course, stay trace.